Hello guys, welcome back. I have my cup of coffee with me today with a very cute straw and I'm all ready to go. And first of all, I wanted to thank so much of the subscribers. I know there's a few, but I am so grateful and you have no idea how happy I was when I saw the other subscriptions and the comments. I am really thankful. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. It really means the world to me and it made my day. So to dive into the video, the topic that I wanted to talk about today is a bit controversial. I mean, isn't it all? But I feel like I really need to talk about this. It's like a thought. It's just a genuine thought that I wanted to share because it's been bugging me for quite some time. And it is about disclosure. So who is interested and involved in the spiritual community, you might have heard a lot that there is disclosure going on. There's also been a movie released not long ago, which really great movie, by the way. And many people who are mostly channelers, who are mostly mediums, are talking about disclosure is coming, it's coming, we're going to make contact, it's finally happening, it's not going to be like refutable anymore, it will happen. And I'm looking forward to it. Obviously I'm waiting for it, as I think maybe not everyone but most of you are, because like who doesn't want to see that? um, who doesn't want like a ship to, an alien ship to come down to earth, and that would be so cool. And I really hope it will happen in my lifetime. But then another thought struck me. What if disclosure isn't about aliens coming to Earth in the, movie kind of way we think about, like the little green alien or the gray alien with 3 legs and 3 eyes who comes to Earth and, talks in a weird language. I mean, it could happen, it could be, who knows? But what if it's something else, or maybe the first phase of disclosure is something else? What if it's people remembering their origins? And this brings me to a different, related concept, but it's the concept of starseeds. So starseeds, for who doesn't know, they're basically people, they're souls who originated on another planet. So they're originally from another planet, not Earth, and they incarnated into Earth now or in another lifetime. But there's a lot of talk about starseeds incarnating now in order to help with the evolution of the planet and in order to bring forward the evolution and bring more light to, counteract all the darkness. So that's why I said it's a bit controversial, because in order to believe in starseeds, you have to believe in a lot of things, and I understand it's not for everyone. And again, I cannot 100% prove, I cannot 100% be sure either that it's true. But as with all spirituality, there are so many things that just happen, and so many coincidences and synchronicities and just facts that if you really think about it, like with your, objective mind, it doesn't make sense otherwise. I think that we have been fed a lot of lies during the history, and if I think about them, they don't really make sense to me. I don't have an answer, but it just doesn't make sense. And the opposite, so the spiritual theory or truth, makes way more sense to me. But this is for your own discernment. Always use discernment. I'm just talking about my personal experience. And I've actually had a personal experience recently that also sparked this thought in me. And maybe someday I will talk about it. But let's just say that I believe that there are a lot of starseeds into this, world nowadays. And many of them know they are, but most of them don't, because it's something that you need to discover. When we incarnate, our memories are erased in a way, because we have to remember, from scratch and everything. That's another topic. But I think a lot of people are remembering now who they really are. And I think that's real disclosure. I think that's because it's something that it's not really visible. It's not the same. It doesn't have the same effect as a spaceship coming to Earth with little green aliens. But I still think that this could be either a part of it, the beginning stages, or a big part of it, to be honest. And call me crazy, but this is just what I believe. And, there could be so many things that we don't know, so many different aspects that we are not taught about, that we don't even think about. But try to think that maybe if if you know someone who's aloof, who's always felt different, who always felt like they don't belong to Earth, or who has special powers, or who always, long for the sky, loves the universe, the galaxies, or the water, you know, then maybe that person could be a star seed, or maybe you yourself could be a star seed. And if that's the case, then it's important to remember the origins. And it's really cool, I feel. I think it's a really nice thing. And it also helps to feel more confident, and it also helps the world in general. So that's basically what I was just thinking. That yeah, disclosure is maybe not what we think. Maybe it's this more subtle way. And I think that, so many star seeds have come forward already, remembering their past. And most of them are normal people, but some of them are also in the mainstream media. And we have actually, I don't know if you noticed, but there are so many more references to spiritual things and other kind of beings in movies, in books, series, and also in songs. So, you know I feel like the image I have in my head is like the world, and so many star seeds scattered around the world, and they just light up like bright stars, and more light up. This is what I have intuitively in my mind, and I feel that it's beautiful. So, again, just my perspective, just a thought I had, could be wrong, but how cool would it be if it was true? And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much, and see you next time.